So you would. So if you had a boyfriend, he was an actor, and he had to kiss girls on scene, you would tell him he can't do that?
I would hope that he wouldn't do it anyway. I would hope that I wouldn't have to say anything.
I mean, it's money.
But he's an actor, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
He pays the bills.
There's other gigs.
Like what?
Fuck, you mean like what? Like other acting gigs that don't involve that?
I mean.
Okay.
What, he can't go be like Jason Statham in like a action movie?
Yeah.
In an action. Whatever.
Whatever, Byron. Whatever.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
Use like the worst example.
Like he doesn't have to go do fucking romance movies. Like you could go do action movies. Fast
They always
and Furious.
smash a chick in action
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Hey, bitch, come here. Too fast and furious.
James Bond, everything.
Yeah, James Bond.
It's always
you know?
a female that is sexy
Yeah,
on
come
these
on.
movies.
Yes.
Or like
then,
another spy.
Yeah.
Then new job, new career.
Who wants to
It
marry an
happens.
actor anyway?
Wait.
That part.
I don't know. Not
Ugh.
attractive.
I would never.
An army guy, you know.
Wait, you said
Right,
what? No,
yes.
you wait.
Big
I
dog.
think a
Blue
lot of
collar, big dog.
a lot of women would marry an actor.
Yeah.
Not
I think
me.
it's the other way around. Who would want to marry a female actress?
I don't know. It's not attractive.
I mean,
What?
Wait, for you or for
Are we-
women or
For
for?
me, it's not attractive to be with
With
a
all
guy.
due respect, it doesn't really matter what your opinion is.
Yeah.
You're a little out the dating marketplace, but I think
It's
for
not
most
true.
women that are at their peak,
A little?
they would want a young man. They want a
Myron.
man that's and most women would take a man that's an actor all day.
Can I just say something regarding to what you said? You always say like women after. Yes, I did pass my prime, but there's a whole market for women my age. Maybe not guys in your age or younger,
Right,
but it's
like,
a whole market
clock it.
of guys. No, but it's a whole market of guys that want women my age. Trust me.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, you don't
It's
want though.
facts.
Yes,
As
you
guys,
know
you
what?
don't want.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Yes,
Not that I
there's
don't want. I
yes,
just
there's a
didn't have
market
chemistry.
of men. Yes, there are a market of men that would want you, but you got to remember that these are also the men that can go ahead, they would like to have a classic car, but at the end of the day, they're still driving a 2025 Porsche as well. So
of course, but I'm not.
Look,
Listen, this is life.
men-
It's a,
the-
it's a
the men-
privilege to get old.
the men that are at that level, right? They have antiques and they also have new cars. The antiques they
But-
take every now and then they drive the new
But-
cars most of the time.
But Myron, listen, I'm
follow
not
a
in
car?
competition with younger girls.
But you are.
No, I'm
Okay.
not. I tell you why. Because I'm
And the
not
mask
looking-
comes off.
No, wait. I'm not in. What I'm trying to
Fucking
say.
mask off.
What I'm trying to say. No, wait. It's important to me to answer you this. I'm not in competition because I'm not gonna come and compete a 25-year-old. Of course, I'm gonna choose younger girls. That's obvious. You understand? I'm not here in competition. If I meet someone and it would happen and we have a great relationship, that's fine. But if I see that the guy is playing with more younger girls, I'm not gonna chase him.
You won't
is what
see
it
it.
is. Yeah, but it is what it is. It's life. We're getting older. It's not gonna be perfect for me in 10 years from today.
I mean, you can know that.
We're getting
See,
older.
and this is
You
look,
get older too. Trust me.
look. And this is kind of why
It's not funny.
this is why go hit the 5,000 and just we need to hit the 5,000. Look, I truly do believe this. Like, this is why women shouldn't talk on masculine things or give any type of situation, because at the end of the day, with all due respect, you're still a woman. And
Yeah.
only a would say something as foolish as, I'm not competing with the younger girls. You actually are. Whether
You
they-
didn't understand what I meant.
I absolutely understand what
What
you
did
meant,
I
which is
say?
why you said, I'm not competing with the younger women,
But what was
because
the
if I
subtext?
find out that he's talking to the younger women, I will remove myself.
No, that's not what I meant.
Quite literally what you just said a second ago.
That's not what I meant. So let me explain.
Okay, what you said
Oh, but
was
can
what
I
I
explain?
just expressed.
But can I explain to you for a second?
Oh, man.
I'm not in the market of dating. I'm not like on a dating apps. I'm not looking for a man. I'm not trying to find a man and say, oh, I'm gonna stand next to a 30-year-old and I can win her, because obviously I'm not. I'm not in her age.
Okay, so she's not even in the race.
I'm not in the race. That's
Yeah.
what I tried to say.
So she can't compete.
She just said a second ago that the men that are in the market, for there's men in the market for me, is what she said.
But
Oh,
yes,
okay.
some men. Listen, you agree with me or not that it's a lot of 50-year-old women that getting married and have actually a relationship?
But
There
you're still
is.
competing though.
But I'm not trying to compete. If it happened, it happened. I'm not a person who compete with anything in
But
anything in
whether
life.
you want to or not, you're competing, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, explain to me. I want to understand.
No, he's saying even if you did, for example, in the dating market.
Look, only women have the privilege of saying something as foolish as, I don't compete, there is no competition. I only hear say dumb shit like that. You said a second ago, there's a market of men that would want me, or there's a market of men, or whatever. Okay, by definition, you're competing. Like, whether you want to
No,
admit
it's
it,
true. It's true.
or you want to say, I'm not competing because I'm not looking or whatever. It's all cope. You are competing.
It sounds better.
But
Right? It sounds good because women like to, use this thing like I'm not competing, because the reality is a lot of you have fragile egos because your
I don't
main
have a
value.
fragile ego. I don't have fragile ego. Myron, there's time to be a grandmother. There's time to be an old woman. There's time to be a young woman. We grow old in life. This is life. I have to accept it. If I'm a woman that look at reality in the face, I'm not gonna say, "Oh my God, I'm not young anymore." It is what it is. Some people don't live to be 40 or 50 or 30. It's a privilege to get old. I don't see it from the point that you see it, that if you're young or not young. I don't care about that. I've done my life. I had my son. I was married. I'm proud of what I accomplished and what I did. I'm not in competition in the sense that I'm saying, oh, I look better than her even when she's 20. I look reality in the face. It is what it is. What am I going to do about it? You know?
If you didn't care, then why would you still tan? Why would you still get your nails done?
Because
why would you highlight your hair? Why would you have your boobs done? Why would you be in a business that's all about pulling the clock back?
I love it.
Like, okay.
I enjoy it.
So the reality is, females are extremely fragile about the way that they look because they understand that they're okay. That's what I was saying.
But,
so,
okay.
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
you have an extremely bad habit of interrupting.
Always
Sorry.
responding.
Extremely
Always.
bad. Yeah, like extremely
Instantly.
bad. Right? So, again, whether you want to admit it or not, you are competing with other
Okay,
women.
okay.
And females are fragile about the way that they look. And as we age, they will cope and say, no, I'm happy with XYZ and there's still men out there for me or whatever. And they'll say these things. But the reality is like, there's not. And you're not going to be able to compete with younger women. Now, are there men out there that might be in the market for you? Sure.
Okay.
But those men also are in the market for women that are young. And this is what I mean when I say men typically look at women as cars. You got your antiques, and then you got your new
Not
cars.
all men. Not all men.
Bruh.
It's not true because it's not all men.
Yo, chat, look, this is why I don't listen to what I got to say, because even when they come in and try to sound base, they always regress back to their mindset. The software might be, the hardware
Minority.
is different, but the software is always the fucking same. I know
Can I
they'll
ask
mask
you a
it,
question? Wait,
right?
can I
They'll
ask you-
mask it a little bit, but then their female nature will always
I'm
show.
not in a mask. I am who I am.
And they'll interrupt.
It's not true.
I know
And
a
they'll
man.
go ahead and I'll know this or whatever.
man.
I know a girl.
Right.
Just one girl.
No,
That
man.
I know.
No, man.
It's
Myron.
different.
Come
But
on,
Myron, can I ask you a question seriously?
All right, go ahead.
Think about your sister or your mother or your aunt, okay?
5,000 niggas.
If a woman come to a certain age, she's not allowed to live and enjoy life and put makeup and dress nice and feel still sexy?
Yeah, but
if she
should
get
be married
old?
then.
That proves my point that women have a fragility with their looks. Thank you for
Of
proving
course,
my point.
but of course.
That's what I said.
But I said that too.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You disagreed. You said, no, we're not fragile about that. And I said, yes, you are. And then I wanted to explain how.
I'm okay. Okay, so let me phrase it different. Of course, I'm fragile about my look, and I want to look good in my age. But it doesn't mean I'm sitting at home and saying, "Oh my God, I wish I was 20. I want to compete with the 20 years old." No, because I'm happy to grow old.
You don't have to say it because your behaviors. Here's the thing when it comes to female beauty. Female beauty is absolutely designed to turn back the clock. Whether it's makeup, concealer,
Yes, of course.
plastic surgery,
Women lie, I agree.
Botox, etc.
Yes.
Everything when it comes to female beauty enhancement is always about turning the clock back.
I know.
So you can sit there and say, I just want to look good. But what is looking good? Looking good is turning back the clock because an integral
But
component.
what's wrong with that?
Can you shut up when I'm talking? You have an extremely fucking bad habit of interrupting. Do not interrupt me when I'm speaking. Anyway, an integral part about female beauty, a cornerstone of it, is youth. Now, someone will sit there and say, I just want to look sexy. But what is sexy? Fertility, youth. Everything about the industry, hell, your own industry is about turning the clock back.
Yes.
So it proves my point. So you can sit there and say, well, it's not about youth. It is, though. Everything with female beauty has to do with youth.
But can I ask you something? And answer me sincerely. So if a woman hit a certain age is not allowed to live?
She is, but for you to deny the fact that her living and a big part of that living is to turn back the clock to feel younger
I'm
is a
not
lie.
denying my most popular video. I'm talking about how women lie with the look, with the makeup, with the Botox. We are the biggest lying species on the planet. I know that. I'm not denying that.
You have been, though.
No, I'm not. I'm the first one that would talk about it, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with it because we design different from you guys. You don't have to wake up in the morning, put makeup, put your push-up bra, fix your nails. It's different. You're men. Obviously, this is how we are. It doesn't mean if I can't have kids anymore that I have to let myself go and be ugly. That's not true.
All right. I think
You missed the entire point
Well,
of,
I will
of
say
what I
this.
was saying.
I didn't.
I will
Yes, you
say
absolutely
this.
did.
What is your
You missed the
point that I
entire
missed?
point. You don't even know it.
You missed the point completely.
You don't even know it.
Okay,
See,
I'm
hold on.
willing to.
See,
I'm willing to learn.
This
This
is
is
what
the
I'm trying to say.
problem.
No, everybody shut the fuck up. See, this is what I'm trying to say. You don't even understand the point I was trying to make because you were so goddamn triggered. You were just more focused on, no, that's not me. Don't put me in this woman box that you're putting me in. But you are in the woman box because you weren't even able to understand my point. My main point is this. Women are fragile about their looks. Why? Because age is a critical component about their beauty.
Yes.
Because their beauty is their... Okay?
Yes.
Now you sit here and say, no, not really. But then everything about you is about turning the clock back. You're even in an industry that you make money off of helping women turn the clock back and or preserve the clock of where they're at. So female beauty is what defines women. And then you went out and said, well, I'm not competing. You actually are. Because you said to yourself, there's men that I'm in the market of certain men. Yeah, but those men are also looking at young women too. And for you to not acknowledge that or
I
admit
acknowledge
that,
it. Of course I acknowledge that.
nah, you were trying to
Men
say I don't
will
compete with
always
those
look,
men.
listen, I know
or you were
men-
saying I don't compete with those
Yeah,
women
yeah,
because
yeah.
if I find out,
Myra.
I'm gonna leave I'm not gonna deal with that guy if I find out. But what I'm
I
telling you
didn't
is he's
say
not
I'm
gonna
not
tell
going to
you.
deal with him. That's not true. That's not what I said. What I meant is men always want the younger. Everybody know that. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so popular to have OnlyFans and young girls in all these platforms. Men want younger. I know that. Everybody know that. It's not a secret. But it doesn't mean that I have to stop living my life, stop trying to be in a relationship, stop putting my makeup and do Botox. It doesn't mean my life is over and it's not
Nobody
over
said
till
that.
it's over. No, it's not over till
Nobody
it's
said
over.
that.
Here's the problem. You were actually talking to him
Yeah.
just to respond, not listen.
Yeah, bro. She's
He
not
never
listening
said
at all.
that at all.
And this is behavior actually, like
What
not
do you
listening
mean?
and
But that's
shit.
what. Listen, that's
Even
what
the
he
most
said.
rational of them, like, don't listen. I'm triggered. I gotta respond. And
Because if you notice, right, you were interrupting him while he was talking. He's telling you what it is, and you're
Yeah.
reading into something totally different than what he's saying.